As we all know, Devin Haney fought Ryan Garcia on April 20th, and ever since then, things have been downhill. Let's talk about it. Devin Haney fought Ryan Garcia in April 20th, 2024. However, this had not been their first time fighting, as the two fought before in the amateurs. The record, if I remember correctly, was 3-3. The score needed to be settled one way or another. So, on April 20th, they'd fight. After a long build-up with Ryan Garcia acting like a psychopath, which led people to believe he wasn't going to be at all ready for the fight. In addition to that, Ryan Garcia came in overweight by a staggering 3 pounds. With some hefty compensation, the fight would be allowed to continue. The fight itself was nothing like what people had expected. Ryan Garcia hurt Haney early, and despite Haney trying to regain some control, he'd get dropped in the 7th, 10th, and the 11th round. That fight, in my opinion, was a complete BS, especially since Harvey Dock was showing some bias. He deducted a point on Ryan hitting on break in round 7 without even giving him a warning. He'd continuously stop Haney from clinching Ryan and even warned him, but then continued by not following up at all when Haney didn't stop clinching. Like, come on now. Despite this, Ryan Garcia would walk away with a majority decision. He had been the guy people wanted to lose after Haney's controversial win over Lomachenko. That was until May 1st. Everything was going well when Vada had found out he had Osterine in his system. The win would be changed to a no contest on June 20th, and Devin Haney regained his perfect record and would celebrate by showing a video of himself dancing in a bowling alley. Crazy. Whereas Ryan, he was sued $1.1 million and suspended from boxing for a year by the New York State Athletic Commission. Since then, the Haney team have publicly stated that they have no interest in fighting Ryan Garcia, but the sad truth is, they need him. Devin Haney isn't as much of a draw as he may think he is, and the one great selling aspect about him was that undefeated record of his that could have had him potentially being the next Floyd Mayweather. However, with the controversial win over Lomachenko and a loss to Ryan Garcia, that isn't as much of a compelling draw anymore. Even back then, he still needed to attach himself to a bigger name to sell more. Honestly, it is because of Haney's rather boring style that he does not appeal to the casual audience at all. He falls under the Shakur Stevenson category. Talented, but lack power and the necessary aggression to make a fight even semi-entertaining. The hit and don't get hit or stick and move boxing style is effective, but it isn't quite entertaining. That is why fighters with the Mexican style of boxing tend to sell more. You also see others such as Gervonta Davis and Errol Spence who sell. That is because you know who you are going to be entertained with by their fights. Devin Haney just doesn't have power, and even at 135, when he was draining himself to be a weight bully, it proved ineffective. Ryan Garcia, on the other hand, is set to face Rukiya Anpo in an exhibition bout on December 30th. Now, you might know Rukiya Anpo as a Manny Pacquiao rival, so that's pretty interesting. You know, we could possibly get a big Ryan Garcia versus Manny Pacquiao fight, which I just personally don't want to see. However, as you may guess, he probably won't do as much numbers, but he is still a huge draw, so that's likely to get some eyes on him. Haney, on the other hand, well, he was offered a $4.3 million contract to fight Sandor Martin for the WBC belt, which he turned down because he felt it was too little. This sparked some drama between both of them, and by them I mean Haney and Eddie Hearn, because Eddie Hearn, who was from Matchroom, didn't really support or put a bid in for this fight, and it also may have shed reality on Haney and his actual value. Now, with Turkey Al-Shea, it is very possible that he can get a fight done with Jack Catterall for the price he wants, and there was also talks for him fighting Teofimo Lopez. However, it's become more and more apparent that Haney needs a big name to fight, or else his selling capabilities just aren't there. Whereas Ryan Garcia, he can sell with pretty much anyone. In my opinion, it's best that Haney and his team focus on getting big name fights, because if the Saudis are to withdraw from boxing or don't think Haney's worth what he's asking, he'll definitely be in for a rude awakening. I personally think his best bet to bounce back from this is to fight Ryan Garcia again and get his win back professionally. Because despite what the record says online, no one will ever forget what happened to Devin Haney on April 20th, 2024. That's it for me though. I'd like to know what your guys' thoughts are. Should Haney get the rematch in? Should he move on and get a fight with Teofimo Lopez in? You know, Haney could start fighting all the crazy people in boxing, get Oscar de la Hoya included. You know, he could do a tag team match with Canelo. I'm just playing, guys. But let me know down in the comments below. And as always, I'll see y'all later. Peace.